Bam. What's up, squad? It's favorite auntie with Uncle 10 this season. I am so happy to introduce y'all to the very first episode of Behind the Ballers, where we dive deep into untold stories of some of the biggest names in sports from the eyes of a fan. Y'all know I'm Cess, and I'm thrilled to take y'all on this journey with me. But before we get going on this first episode, I wanted to take a little bit of time to tell you a little bit how uh, the concept of this show came together. The idea from Behind the Ballers started out as just a regular interview that we were doing about the career of Gervonta Tank Davis for our show Ringside, where we wanted to kind of capture just his journey through the eyes of somebody who had a front row seat to his rise. But what started out as a quick interview quickly turned into a cool ass sports conversation about some of the finest talent to come from, out of and around Baltimore. Special shout out to Darnell Baylor for being that very first interview. His insights, his stories were so compelling that we knew we had something special. Thank you, Darnell, for helping spark the creation of this show. Each episode of Behind the Ballers, y'all, will highlight the backstories and perspectives of athletes who have made a significant impact in their sports. We'll be exploring these stories from the perspective of fans who have VIP seats to the growth and development of these careers, and in some cases, even up close to personal perspectives, all while being taken on a tour of the city, its history and role in the development of each episode's star athlete. Our first stop, of course, is Baltimore, where we'll give you an exclusive look at Gervonta Tank Davis's journey from the streets to the ring. We'll hear from Darnell Baylor, a member of our fam who had the opportunity to have a front row seat to the development of this young star and has witnessed his incredible rise firsthand. Get your medicine, come on in, get comfortable, get ready for some amazing stories and insights. This is Behind the Ballers, where we go behind the highlights and stats to bring you real stories of perseverance, passion, and triumph. Gervonta Tank Davis, Part 1. But I respect I respect your sports IQ so much. It ain't too many that can talk all different sports with a good understanding of them. You know what I mean? It's not fanatical with you. So really appreciate your sports knowledge. So I appreciate this time with you for real.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, bro. Yo, bro. Whatever you ask, I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tap in with you.
I
Straight up.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I've been because of it's like I was trying to find that women's basketball, South Carolina women's basketball like channel. I found one. It was Captain Will, and I love Captain Will for
Yeah,
what
Cat
he
Will
has.
something else.
What
Yeah.
he has, and one thing about him, he is all Gamecocks.
Oh, Cat Will don't play. He talk Gamecocks. That's it. But I love him for that though. But that's his lane. You know what I mean?
That's his lane.
You can't get in that lane. That's all Cat Will right there. So he the best at that. So and I love his channel.
That's his lane right there. So I never and I was like, I love it for what it is. And I started with him from like what it is. But with yours, it's like more so like well versed and diversity. Like we're gonna do NBA, we're gonna do boxing. I'm gonna talk about the ops, which is like Angel and Big Foe and Paige. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go into
absolutely.
all that. So that's what I got from that. I was like, this is home right here for me. I was like, definitely. Because listen, Bree Wayne is a celebrity on a podcast, on a YouTube surfing. I see her everywhere and everybody know her, but I see her lock in more with you. And I was like, okay, I see where she is Bree Wayne at. And I was like, yeah,
Bree
okay.
Wayne. That is the Cess Talk Sports bot right there. Bree Wayne know everything, and she don't watch nothing. That's why Bree Wayne is something else. So I'm so blown away by just the fam that is like developed in this community, because it was just like, I'm gonna cut this camera on and see what happens. And see when people talk sports like I talk sports, because I just love this. I just love this shit. So I can talk about it all day. And then it was like, okay, I see the people that are talking, and some are all Gamecocks, some are all specific people, some have only one opinion. You ain't gonna sway it. But I love the way the dynamic all came together in this community. So I'm appreciative of everybody.
Okay.
But let's jump into this thing here. So you was already kind of telling me about how did you first hear about? First of all, let me say this. Ringside is the next show that I'm dropping on Cess Talk Sports. We did one live already last month for a fight. We got the Tank fight coming up. This is our big one. I got some exclusive T-shirts that are out there. Just trying to really build out this thing. Boxing is my first love. It's like basketball was like what my dad turned me on to, but boxing was the one that I found kind of on my own, right?
Right.
And me and my cousin love it to death. So this is our platform to be able to kind of discuss ringside and keep boxing alive. So the tank fight, the tank fight is it's gonna be a live. It's gonna be a live chat, kind of like what I do for hoops, and then we gonna kind of just grow from there. But
we got a lot of people from my city, bro, that's flying in, that's going to see Tank. And I was home for Memorial Day weekend, and it was a lot of people.
I saw you stunting out there with that. What was that you was on, a slingshot or something? What was that you was on?
Man. You know, they got the bikes out there and shit. You know, we known for dirt bikes, like us,
Philly,
DC, New York. But we put the city on the map. We put the world on the map when it comes to 12 o'clock boys. You know what I'm saying, with the bikes. Yep. So that's a real big thing. Like last night, I live in Hollywood. So last night, all the guys, Hispanic guys, Mexican guys, black guys, they came through with their low riders on Sundays, and they start from East LA, from all over, and they come out here, even Crenshaw, whatever. We got this name back home that, summertime every night, dirt bikes coming through. From all, and they got the bird out. So that's a big thing. So
it meant enough to get Meek caught up, right? So
I
understand how big the bikes is, right?
Right. So I got I'm 40. I'm 41 actually. I just turned 41. So my homeboys, they all got bikes, like slingshot. They don't got dirt bikes. Mm-hmm. You know, they got the little motorcycles and shit. You know what I'm saying? We do things a little safe. So we got the slingshots.
You got 3 wheels instead of 2.
We ain't in the crowd. Absolutely. We just gonna bring it out when we need to bring it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it looked like you had a good time. So, and then Baltimore is one of them cities that's on my to-do list. It's not even like it ain't even like if I get to it. It's like when I get to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Too many things in my life that put my eyes on that city, starting with The Wire to Tank. You know what I mean? So many different things. Lamar is there. It's a lot of
Lamar.
So it's something that's drawing me there. Plus, I got a family member that was born there, so I got to get there and see this place.
Yeah. And guess what? Everybody who is not from our city, who was an athlete, who got drafted there, love it. It's dangerous as shit, but they love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they love it. I go home. I go home probably once every year or once every year and a half or something like that. And I stay for like 4 days, and it's always, I try to go to summertime, because summertime is the community time. The summertime is the fun time, the cookouts, the crabs. You know, we hanging outside till 2, 3, 4 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Catching up. That's what we do. Then I come back to the West Coast. And I ain't see Tank this weekend. Of course, he's gonna be out here. He's preparing. He's prepping. And
how did you first hear about Tank?
So when I was working, I want to say my last 7 years working back home in Baltimore, I was a mentor. I was a youth advocate. So youth advocacy is a nonprofit for the city of Baltimore, actually state of Maryland. So when Freddie Gray got murdered in 2015, assassinated by the police, the city came out with like all these nonprofits to help these black babies to get out the streets and stuff like that, right? Because they shut down our rec centers and shit, right? But before that, I was still working with the youth advocate program. So I would go to schools like Francis Inwood and Titch Tillman, all these schools. And one school I went to was Francis Inwood. It was like an alternative school. And I remember this little big fucking kid. He had these butters on, but he had this big fucking head, this big lollipop head. He was in the principal's office. So I just got finished seeing a couple of my kids, and I went back. I had to go see him and take him to court, and it was like for a drug court. But I went to the principal's office to go get him out of the principal's office. They was giving the file to like, yeah, what's up? Kid, like, yo, Tank, what's up, Tank? What's up, Tank? What you do? Fighting, dumbass, blah, 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 blah. You know that lingo.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we walking, and I would hear them say, boy, Tank knocked his dumb ass out in home run. Boy, you should have seen that shit. Blah, 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 blah. You know Calvin gonna get his ass, bro. You know what they say, his hands indicted. I didn't understand that lingo at the time. I
Right.
understood the lingo, but I didn't understand what they was talking about. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, fast forward 3 months later, one of my kids who I'm working with, he was like getting in trouble, he was always getting in trouble and stuff like that. He was 12 years old. Mother's she's about to get rid of him. She's like, I'm gonna send his ass down to his grandma's house. Mr. Darnell, I don't know what to do. And I said, I'm gonna get him in sports. I think he was 11, 12 years old. I sent him up uptown boxing, right over Pennsylvania Avenue, right?
Okay.
That's where Tank from. Big Pennsylvania Avenue is one of the biggest neighborhoods in Baltimore, known for a lot of things, right? It was back then, it was like the Harlem of it was like Harlem, right, of New York.
Okay.
Took him up there, and I just remember like it was a lot of people in there at the time, and tried to get him signed up and everything. I got him signed up, brought some gloves, told him what his schedule's going to be. So I just sat back and just chilled for a little bit. That same little kid that was in the principal's office was in the corner working with like 3 different coaches. I looked, I was like, oh, that's Shorty. He was probably 15, 16 years, about 15, 16 years old. But you can tell he was that guy because of who was coaching him.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like who was coaching him and stuff like that. So I would like hear little things about him and stuff like that. Then we went to a fight. He had a little fight in DC. It was like the underranks and shit. He was young, probably 16, 17 years old. Knocked the kid out like the first, second round, man. And from then on, it was always like, yo, who is like Shorty gonna be the next thing? Shorty gonna be, he gotta stay out of trouble. Shorty gonna be the next thing. He gotta stay out of trouble. Shorty gonna be the next thing. He gotta stay out of trouble. Because a lot of those kids that come from those programs, they get killed, bro. They don't end up, it's a long time before you actually be able to go pro, especially if you're starting out 7, when Tank started out like 6, 7 years old. And then you're talking about 16, 17, 18 years old. A lot of times you come from our neighborhoods, you ain't gonna make it like that. It's a tough chance of you making it, bro. So I found out about him early on, but I didn't really start to pay attention to him till like years later. I seen a couple fights when he was like 16, 17, but then and I ran into him in Vegas when he was out here, and everybody's like, that was Tank. He was like a kill car. If you ever heard of Kill Car, a Kill Car was a top high school ranked basketball player out of Baltimore.
Okay.
Top 25 in the country. Played with NBA players, Brandon Jennings, John Selby, Melo. Everybody used to tweet about him when he came here in the city. But like he never got a chance to make it because he kept getting in trouble. So Tank, but they call him the Crime Stopper because when he would hoop, when he played basketball, all the crime stopped because everybody wanted to go see him play. That's what Tank ended up being. You know what I'm saying? That's what Tank. But see, we didn't have boxing. We didn't have boxing matches in Baltimore. You had to go to DC to see him fight.
Oh, okay.
We ain't have events like that for Tank. Yeah, we don't have events like that for him. So that's why it was hard to really like pay attention, catch on to like his schedule and stuff like that. But then once he went pro and social media helped that, then everybody was all locked in. Now we flying to LA. Now we flying to DC. I mean, we flying to Atlanta. Now we taking a trip up to New York. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. So
yeah.
I guess I would ask, what is Tank's most memorable fight for you so far?
I say the one out here, he fought in Torrance. Because that was because I seen him in Atlanta. Of course I seen him in Atlanta. But the one out here in Torrance was like he fought like in a fucking it was an arena, but like it was like a what we call it, what the stadiums, what we call it with no sky, with the open stadiums.
What, the arena, Superdome? What?
Yeah, like a Superdome, but the roof
but the dome is open.
Bro.
Okay.
Yeah, they got something out here. That was a memorable joint because
like how Dallas Stadium opened up the retractable roof.
Yeah, I think I want to say that was 2019. But the one when he knocked the dude out, bro, and I thought he was dead. I swear to God, I thought he gave him an uppercut, and Tank went over there to grab him and shit because he hit him with an uppercut. And LeBron tweeted it. KD tweeted. Everybody was tweeting it. I was like, oh my God, he fucking did. When it happened, I was like, okay, now the world know. Now the world know. Now Baltimore's on the map. That's one of the memorable joints that I love. But he still got a long career. I want to see him fight.
You think he got a long career?
I think he has, because in boxing he can fight once every year, so that's a long career for me. So
I mean, for sure. To me, sometimes it seems like he's so tired of
the politics.
With everything that goes on around
the politics
before he gets in the ring. And so I'm just afraid, like, any one of these times, like, he got enough money, he got enough fame, he set himself up, he's built a brand that says he could just walk away from this thing. He could go find some other fighters. He started, the GTD. He pretty much his own promotion, right? So
he signed a big contract. He can't walk away right now. So that means he got to fight Shakur. He got to fight Haney if Haney want to get, because Haney still got a belt. Ryan, I think that's going to make a lot of money for him. But it seems like right now he's bringing Ryan in his camp.
Okay,
it feels that way.
So I gotta ask this question because we talking.
He will beat the shit out of Shakur if you're gonna ask me that.
I'm finna ask this. No. But I want to see the Shakur fight. I just watched the Shakur interview. So Shakur interests me. Tank is the one though. So there was like
I fall asleep about Shakur, bro.
I love when I just Tank was the one like Floyd when I was laying back and I sat up in the bed like, oh wait a minute, who is he? Some of these other fights, it was like, okay, when you bump into him, but this is what I gotta ask. What about the narrative that he only fights the Mexican fighters?
Oh, we about to see.
Because now let me tell you this. I understand that blueprint because that's Floyd's blueprint. And I understand that blueprint leads to the money, if you know what I mean. Right? Because the way the Mexican culture supports their fighters, the way they come out, the way they spend their money, the way they buy their pay-per-views, you can almost not lose if you fight in one of their top-ranked fighters, right?
Okay.
It's not necessarily the same when it's two black fighters fighting. Am I tripping?
No.
But I also think that Tank did a lot to try to sell this fight. Being more of a villain, being more vocal earlier than any other fight that I seen him in, because I don't know if Frank was given enough to really sell the fight. Like,
but
this fight sell the fight, if you know what I mean.
This fight is set up to something bigger. But let me go.
Okay.
Let me say this though.
Talk to me.
He already sparred with Shakur and a young Haney, right? They wasn't really ready. What can sell in boxing is all about making the most money. He was under the Floyd camp. Floyd's trying to get the most money out of everything. So Floyd could have been fought Mosley and Zab and all them, but he was fighting guys that was like going to actually bring the pay-per-view. Shakur still fighting on ESPN. Devin Haney just started getting pay-per-views, bro. Like those up. Ryan Garcia is a big deal.
Yes,
it's
sir.
a big deal.
Yes, sir.
He's over 30 now, so he has to get his money in his bag. He can't do everybody a favor. You know what I'm saying? Name other than those two guys I named, they actually black fighters that's actually going to bring people in. That's in his weight class.
Right now, I can't name nobody right now. The one that I'm watching
right now.
The one that I'm watching though is Big Deal. So I feel like
Big Deal.
I think Big Deal. I think Moten. I think Carmel Moten is coming.
Okay.
He's in Floyd's camp. I like the speed. I like the shoulder roll. I like the defense. We got to see.
What is his record?
No, he's only fought 3 fights so far.
He's only fought 3 fighters. He's a baby. You put him in that ring with Tank early.
Oh no, he can't fight. He can't fight Tank.
That's what I'm saying. So
he said he sparred with him though. So he gave him a measuring stick. I don't think that he's ready. He's three fights in. So I don't think that he's not ready for Tank. But at least there's somebody else coming behind Tank, is what I'm saying.
So what I'm saying, so we don't have a lot of right in this weight class. There's only a couple of black fighters out there, but they're
Right.
not going to actually. But remember, we got to do a negotiating thing. I'm not going to give you 60-40, bro. And you haven't proven yourself, and I bring all the revenue in. I'm gonna give you fucking 80. Sure. I'm gonna give you 20, and I'm taking 80. That's how it is. This is the business of it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's just politics. Now,
so
go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
I was going to say something about Shakur. No, you go ahead. Go ahead. What you about to say?
No. Go ahead about Shakur because I'm going to move into something else. Go ahead.
Shakur is somebody who I would love to see fight, right? But I would love to see him fight like 2 years ago. I don't want to see him fight Shakur no more. Shakur, I fall asleep when Shakur fights, bro. His last 3 fights on ESPN, man, I'm on IG, I'm texting, I'm on all kinds of shit. He doesn't do any, bro. God, I'd rather see him fight Haney. You know, even though I know Haney ain't gonna be able to after like 7th round, he's gonna actually feel that power and he's gonna actually submit after a while, just like Ryan Garcia.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I'm to the point now where I'm looking at some other fighters, you know, in different weight classes and stuff now. Like, I'm seeing what Bud is doing. I'm seeing what Boots is doing. I'm seeing what Brian Norman Jr. is doing, right? So I'm just looking around boxing because, like you said, I don't know. After this fight, where does Tank go? Well, let's talk about this fight. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on Frank?
I haven't done so much research on Frank right now to really know. I'm gonna probably tap in, probably starting. I want to say Wednesday because I want to actually watch that Dallas and that and the Celtics. I got a homeboy from out here. He from Boston. He been out here for 17 years.
Okay.
He's a big Boston everything. Boston Celtics, the Red Sox, the Patriots. I go in his house. This nigga got a whole Boston room with action figures. I gotta walk out of there, bro. Like it's ridiculous. Cause my father a big Steelers fan. Big Steelers fan. We in the Raven City. He a big Steelers fan. So I understand the fantics, right?
Right.
But bro, I haven't seen too much on Frank yet. He feels to me, he got the spirit of like I'm humble. I might come with that quiet assassin. At the end of the day, man, once that 4th, 5th round kick in, and Tank is a boxing puncher, right? Okay. And he's very intelligent and smart in that ring now, right? At first, early in his career, he's going to knock you out. Now he's actually studying his opponent. You can see it. He has a strategy. Him and Calvin.
He takes it down low. He definitely takes it down low. He takes it
down low, and he'll let you know, like, I'm gonna take a couple punches because I want to see if you're going to make a mistake. Like when you watch Aaron Judge, right, from the New York Yankees. Mm-hmm. He is somebody who actually studied those pitches, and he can hurt you when you make a mistake. Like he got hot in the month of May. Same with Tank. If you continue to throw that punch, and he see it coming, you throw that punch that 2nd round, and you make a mistake, and he gonna catch you in that 4th round because you're gonna make a mistake again, right? Because he's gonna allow you to get a hit off. That's how smart he is, man. And a lot of them not that, bro.
I mean, you got to think about.
He don't get enough credit for that shit, though.
I think too, like with his size, he already know he got to take some to even give some, right? So he walking through a lot of what they throwing, and
he in his range. He's in his power range every time. He's in his power range. He's in his power.
And once he feel their power, it seems like once he feel their power, he's like, that's it.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. That's it. Okay. Here we go.
Okay. Now the 4th round, I'm gonna get you to do the same thing again, and that's how I'm gonna trick your dumbass every time. And I watched him that round that he knocked down Ryan, and it was body shots. Mm-hmm. It was body shots. Like the first round, Ryan was just coming up. Ryan was swinging.
He chopped Ryan down.
Like a tree, bro.
He chopped Ryan down.
Like a tree, bro. Like a tree.
I'm intrigued for this fight, though. I'm intrigued for this fight.
It's all about chess with me. It's all about chess with me, Cess. It's all about you can have the perfect strategy, bro. Yo, it's about that punch, bro.
I think for me more than it's the style. These two styles to me can make a good fight. To me, if everybody get in there, and do what they say they can do, it can make for a good fight. I'm a Tank fan. I mean, I'm going for Tank. But I want to see a good fight. That's all I can say. I'm going for Tank, but I want to see a good fight. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
I like you, Cess. I like you.
I'm just saying. I want to see a good fight. That's it.
Oh man, this is gonna be fun, man. This is gonna be fun. I think it's his time, man. I think it's been his time for a while now. We was always looking for that next superstar. You know what I'm saying? And this kid right here, he is not the. You know what I'm saying? He is not that person is the perfect, individual. He done some dumb shit in his career.
Yeah.
That we all kill him for. But we're gonna praise him anyway, especially from my city. And
but,
we always.
I mean, the other thing too is like, how do you grow from that, right? Like there was some. Okay, so we've had these missteps. They set you down, and now I need to see how you go from here. Now I need to see how you go from here. To me, boxing more than any other sport is a second chance kind of sport, third, fourth, fifth, 17th chance kind of sport. But how do you grow from here, young man? Is what I want to be able to see. And right now, he get a chance to really become the face of boxing. Like this fight right here is important. This is the one for me. I think that they're gonna try to judge him on. His fans is always gonna be his fans, but this is the opportunity to really break through. I think for me, to show the rest of the world who been kind of on the fence about him, like who he really is. So I'm expecting something explosive. I'm expecting like greatness. This night, and I want to know like how do they perceive him at the crib, because I thought they loved him. I thought they loved him, and then I seen some narratives where it was like, haha, Tank bought the block and then we burnt it up, and he went back home and bought where he lived.
So
they burnt it up, and I'm like, well, dang, they don't love him like that, because I thought they loved him.
That's not it. So first of all, it's a lot of cryptic things that's been said about what happened. So a lot of us think that, I'm gonna say at least 70% of people think that was the police, right?
Okay.
We think there's a lot of things like that that's happening and stuff like that because of what he's doing, right? Because of he didn't serve no jail time. He didn't really like serve jail time, had nothing stripped from him. He served jail time, but really sent away. Nothing was really stripped from him, stuff like that. He is one of we call lead babies from our city, right?
Okay.
Meaning that he got lead poison. You know what I'm saying? In other words, if this camera wasn't off, bro, this camera wasn't on, bro, and we sat down, me and you would really chop it up. You know what I mean? I want you to get the views and stuff like that.
Yeah.
His mother was in the streets.
Okay.
His mother didn't really raise him because she was in jail. She was locked up.
Mm-hmm.
It's been said, spoken that she's affiliated and all kind of crazy stuff. Don't know what his father is. He just started meeting his father. Father just started coming to the game. His coach Calvin is really his father. His coach Calvin is a really OG who was really the character Dennis on The Wire. That's Calvin.
Okay.
The character Dennis from The Wire. That is Calvin. Calvin was a hitter back in the 70s and the 80s. Turned his life around. Started actually giving back to the community. Right. Mm-hmm. So Calvin had damn near, he was competing with the other gym that was like 3 blocks up the street, trying to get all the kids in the neighborhood to get them in boxing and stuff, right?
Right.
He raised Tank from an early age when his mother got locked up. Mm-hmm. He raised Tank. Tank was in the streets. Tank was hitting left. Calvin, come here, boy, stand here. He was going left. Stand here. We look at him as one of our own, bro. We still fuck up. We still make mistakes. Our accent is crazy. They love us, whatever. Our style, we are very unique, whatever. They're going to trip off us, but when they're around us, they're going to love us. We identify as Tank. When we look at Tank, we say, yeah, Baltimore's winning. Melo was somebody who we also, because I hoop with Melo. Melo played for Mount Royal basketball. He went to St. Francis when he left Brooklyn. He left. I think he was down here when he was like 8 years old. He played with Mount Royal basketball. I played with Cecil Kirk. Melo was over west. I was over east. He played with me AU basketball when we went to Memphis, Tennessee. We lost in the Nationals. We was ranked like number 52, right? But Melo always was still close to back. But he was born in New York. But we still looked at him as one of our own.
Mm-hmm.
But Tank was originally from West Baltimore, West Hell. We call it West Hell.
Okay.
Dig what I'm
So,
saying?
okay, now I gotta ask this. Since you didn't mention all these people and you didn't mention my girl, how does she fit into all of that?
Angel,
Yeah.
she's the one. She was the block. First of all, honestly, and by the way, I was just with her the other day in the we was in a hookah lounge. I can't think of her name, bro. I'm looking right at her, bro. She went to Dawn and them in 2021. They came out together, her and Angel. Angel went down St. Francis. She would I forgot what high school she went to, but we used to watch her too. She came out of Baltimore.
Okay.
She was with Dawn and them. She was on the bench that year as a freshman when they won it in 2021 when Destiny was a point guard when we beat Paige and them. She transferred and went to she went to two places. She went to there, she went to Kentucky. Now she's at Arkansas. What's her name, Seth? I told her the other day, bro, and I looked right. I said, bro, I said, yo, I wanted you to stay home. I want you to stay home. She's like, huh? I was like, yo, I want you to stay home with Dawn. She's like, yo, I know. I said, bro, but this is your year to kill. I can't think of her name, bro. But we love Angel. We love Angel. Angel, she was that rose that came out of concrete. We didn't see her coming, bro, at all. We didn't see her coming. I didn't even know Angel was that. I didn't know she was that good until my homies was like, yo, you gotta check Shorty out. She down St. Francis. She been coached by big Jimmy Price. Jimmy Price. Jimmy Price.
You talking about Nia Russell?
Yeah, Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nia. Nia was she was in the club in the hookah lounge the other day. In the hood, in a section. In a section.
I love
And
it. I love it.
She had the braids. I wish my man was here. He can. She had the braids. She had her uncle with her, and we was in a section like to make you uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? And she was in there standing up. She ain't even hitting the hookah really. She just standing up, just watching everything. You know, when you go in, it's a place where you gotta get pat down. You gotta get pat down thoroughly. You know what I'm saying? And she in a section. She's chilling. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? And my man tapped me like, there she go now. He's like, there she go. I was like, yo. I was like, yo, I said, yo, damn, I want you to stay home. She, huh? I said, I want you to stay home, man. You want to Don babies, babe. He like, yo, I know, bro. I said, you the shit. It's the time to kill the shit. She like, yo, I thank you. She reached over and we both, gave each other handshakes.
Yeah, for sure.
But I know she couldn't fit in Don's system because she's a scorer. She was the one that everybody was talking about. She was the one to be the one because she's a guard. Angel had an awkward shot. Like, she couldn't shoot. Like, she used to play the one, bring the ball to the court, but everybody was like, oh, okay, she's top, she's shit. She's like number 2 player in the country, or I think she's like number 3 or number 4 player in the country. But we didn't know that she was going to be that. We still looked at Russell like, she was going to be the one. Angel came out of nowhere. They love Angel. I come home, my niece and them, they got Chicago Sky jerseys on and stuff like that. They love Angel. But Tank is the one, though. Because Tank bring out dealers. Tank bring out the dope boys. Tank bring out everybody.
Yeah. It's a different game.
It's a different game.
I don't think that people realize like that Baltimore love Angel, and people they tie Angel back to LSU, so they don't know that like because maybe like Baltimore may not travel like the South Carolina fams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they might not have seen a lot of Baltimore in Baton Rouge, but they might see a lot of Baltimore in Chicago.
You gonna see in Vegas where we can have fun.
I can't hear you.
Yo, can you hear me?
I don't know what happened. I lost you. Oh no, it might be me.
They try to hate on us.
It might have been my headset. Okay.
Can you hear me?
I got you down.
They try to hate on us. Look, Tank fight, that's the main event. Like before Tank, it was all about Melo. Okay. It was really Melo. It was all about Melo. I think Angel, you ain't gonna see Angel in the section. What I just said. You ain't gonna see Angel in there. You'll see Tank. You'll see Tank not there, but Tank gonna probably be around the corner with a restaurant with like a lot of them lined up chicks.
But let me ask you this though. Angel's not gonna be in this section because she's too, to me, because of her brand and her and being recognizable, not because she don't have the heart to be. Is that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make
But
sense?
no, also, she wasn't raised up around that.
Okay, I got you.
That's another thing. She wasn't raised up around that. So
Okay.
you're gonna see Tank, you're gonna see half his neighborhood that's still left. You're gonna see even East Baltimore, some South Baltimore, and that's out people that's outside. You know what I'm saying? That be moving around. You're gonna see them there. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see groupies, you're gonna see male groupies, you're gonna see women groupies, you're gonna see yes men, you're gonna see all that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see those guys around Tank and around that want to be something or want to be seen. He was around, like he was raised, like he come from nothing, bro. Like he from, like, you know what I'm saying? He come from nothing. You know what I mean? He's an alternative school kid.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Alternative school kid who was fucking in one of those classrooms that they throwing shit at the teacher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel you.
Like, I ain't going in that class. Or they gonna pay me $150 I'm still not gonna be in that class. He from that. He from that. You feel?
Yeah.
Francis Inwood. Alternative school. Francis Inwood. I used to go up there and get my kids who were at drug court and had to go take them to go see their POs and make sure they get their information signed and make sure to keep them out of jail. That was my job. Like, yo, keep your little ass out of jail. I'm taking them to D.C. to go see the African American Museum. Them niggas is halfway in the car. Like, yo, can we get something to eat? We get to the museum. Them niggas like, man, I don't want to be in here. I don't care about. We only there 20 minutes. This is Tank population. So he identifies what I'm talking about. Is that a good thing? No. But it's good to also play it sometimes and also not being there so long. That's why you getting these DUI charges. You know what I'm saying? You and then you're not getting out the car and say, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Can I help you?" Like, come on, man, you gotta think.
But it's
you know what I'm saying? So Angel gonna learn from that. Angel gonna learn from that. She's gonna be able to get some money. She's gonna learn from that. She's gonna learn from his mistakes, Melo mistakes, Sam Cassell mistakes. She's gonna learn from that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Angel. Shout out to Tank, man.
I love that. So I know we ain't got too much longer. This got to only be part one with you. I might have to have you back.
We just chopped it up. It's an interview, but we just chopped it up.
Yeah, man. We ended up just chopping it up. But I guess I gotta ask you this: when it's all said and done, where does Tank rank among the all-time greats?
And as far as his class, he's light. What is he, light? Lightweight.
Yes.
Let's name them. That's those like three of them out there for me. Because it's all about also Floyd. You gotta remember Floyd beat the top. He beat the ones that had belts. He went up. He stayed in his weight class. He came down. So we talking about legends. He beat De La Hoya. He beat Mosley. Even though he wasn't like a great champion, Zab was a good fighter. He was a front runner, but he was a good fighter. And he beat a young what was his name? Tito's, the kid from Los Angeles who died in a motorcycle, who was tall. Floyd's first belt. I can't think of his name, man.
On that. But we talking about like this like Pernell Whitaker, Roberto Duran,
Durant,
Freddie Welch, Julio Cesar Chavez. We talking them. We talking that.
I'm gonna put Tank. I'm gonna put Tank because he still got some more fighters that happen. And I'm gonna put him he's in the top 5 right now for me. He'll move up once he started if he started knocking these guys out, like finish him how he's supposed to finish them. You know,
your top 5 just all-time boxers or lightweights?
Lightweights. For me, my favorite, he's in my top 5 is my favorite. My favorite all time is Mike Tyson.
Really?
My favorite all time. I don't care how many losses he got.
Okay.
That was the first person I ever heard. When I heard of boxing, I heard of Mike Tyson. That's it.
Really?
Mike Tyson.
Oh,
Tyson. Mike Tyson. My mother and them used to get dressed, bro. This is the 80s, bro. This is lipstick, the bamboo earrings, and you know what I mean? The joint, they going out. Music blasting, Luther Vandross in the house. They ready to go out. Mike Tyson, we gonna see Tyson.
Now see, for us, it was different. That was when the family was getting together. We was all going to somebody's house to watch the fights. And Mike Tyson shits was like you might be pull up and be parking. Don't be late. You get in the house. They
Yeah.
like, what? It's over?
Yeah.
Damn, I done missed the fight. Like that type hype, right?
It's a difference. Remember that it's like a classic picture where I think it was Magic, Madonna, Eddie Murphy. I think Magic, Madonna, Eddie Murphy. They had like the top of the top celebrities back in the 80s and shit. And I think Tyson was in that picture as well. Like, to be in that picture, that just shows you how much of a bigger superstar you was. You was bigger than the world. Mike Tyson was Michael, Magic. What was it? Mike? What is it? Anyone? Tyson, Jackson. What you know what I'm saying?
It was Jackson. It was Tyson. It was Jordan.
So anyone, Tyson, Jordan,
Jackson. It was the era of the Michaels, right? You know what I mean?
So he introduced. Mike was the first one. The first time I ever was introduced to boxing was because of Mike Tyson. I think Floyd's probably the better overall because I mean I seen clips of Muhammad Ali, but that's Muhammad Ali. People said that he was the greatest because for a reason, for like political reasons. You know what I'm saying? What he stood for. That's cool, but we talking about in the ring. You know, Tyson would be my all-time favorite. I think Floyd is overall better.
I have to agree. People like to say Ali is the greatest all time, greatest humanitarian, right? Greatest, like a lot of greatest things, but he took too many punches inside the ring to be the king of that. You know, so for me, it's always about the science of it, and the science of this thing is to hit more than you get hit. You know what I mean? So
Floyd was a machine. Floyd was a robot. Like they created something. Roger and Big Floyd, they created something, bro. Like they created something in that kid, bro. Man, he came from a house full of boxers. His uncle, his brother. I mean, his uncle and his father.
That's my dad's era. That's my dad's area. So I'm asking him about the Mayweathers in Grand Rapids, and he was like, "Oh, baby, when I lived there, you couldn't find a Mayweather that got along in that town." You know what I mean? He said they had family events where the boxing ring was set up in the backyard. The women boxed, the boys boxed. They were a boxing family.
Floyd would knock some more people out.
If Floyd's hands hadn't been so fragile, he'd have knocked some more people out. Once he realized that his hands were prone for he broke his hand too many times. So once he figured that out, he really developed the defense. Floyd up there all time for me. But I'm more of I like more defensive fighters. So I'm gonna lean into like Winky Wright. I'm leaning into
Bernard
Whitaker.
Hopkins.
Oh yeah, B Hop for sure.
B Hopkins, bro. Yo, B Hopkins. One thing about B Hopkins, what I learned, B Hopkins, first of all, he beat up the whole jail. Let's just go beat up the whole prison. They traveled. They had him travel to prison to fight other people, and he got his sentence reduced. Mm-hmm. And nobody even talking about that, bro. They supposed to actually do a documentary on that shit.
They said Hopkins was the truth, bro. Something else. Do you know how hard it is to keep your waistline at 27 inches for 30 years? Bro, waistline been 27 inches for 30 years. You know what I mean? What? I'm just saying. They didn't do a story on doing period.
Discipline. And listen.
Discipline, absolutely.
He actually be instigating fights right now. He want to get back in the ring.
But here's the thing I don't understand about B-Hop that I would love to understand is, did he feel like his brand wasn't big enough to shine on his own? Like, why did he decide to partner with Golden Boy? Why isn't B-Hop doing his own damn thing? Like, I didn't.
A lot of because of what Floyd, his camp, and I gotta say, my man, what's my man name? Leonard. They are like, it's just like Maverick. They actually are the brains. They understand the business, just like Maverick, Rich Paul, and them. It's not about Floyd. It's not about Braun. It's about who is in KG and them. It's about who is the one who actually is the brains behind the operation. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You can be the Charlie Lucianos, but look at Maya. You know, the one who runs the business.
Right.
So B Hop didn't have that. Like KD don't have that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that. Braun has that.
KD, oh man, I would look. We got to talk KD.
Let me tell you something. Hold on, I forgot to ask you. I forgot to talk about because he be in Baltimore more than he be in DC. He got a team. It's called Team Thrill. He got a basketball team. His brother run, and he run, and it's called Team Thrill. And they from one of my homeboys named Mookie. Mookie played at Falls Park High School. He run Team Thrill.
I want to understand. I want to understand KD because I think I understand, but then I don't understand some of the moves.
He's weird as a motherfucker, but he's weird.
But
I
he
give him
just want to
hell.
hoop though.
He
I don't
just want
understand.
to hoop. He don't want to take. He don't want to be a
I don't
leader.
understand why he left Golden State. I don't understand why he left us. I don't understand.
Why he leave y'all? I don't think. I mean, that's evidence, bro. He didn't like the fact that everybody was giving Steph credit. He wasn't giving him credit, but I think it was the weakest fucking move that you can ever do when you're top 2 in the world and you want to go play with somebody who beat you.
You didn't like that. You
Understand that.
You didn't want him to go.
Fuck
You didn't want him to
no.
go Golden State.
Hell no. I'd rather you die on that hill. You know what I'm saying? The team that you bring, you the dog, you the top dog. You don't go over there like a nigga, like you added somebody that beat you. You go over there with them and join them. Fuck no.
But I don't think so. I think that
that's not a dog move, man. That's not a dog move. And that's that PG shit.
I think what the league
that's
doesn't
PG
allow
shit
for.
Right there. That's not DC. That's PG. That's Prince George's County. That's Prince.
Okay. But let me ask you this though. I didn't think that the media allowed for him to be the type of dog that he is. KD to me is a silent killer. He don't have shit to say. I don't want to talk. I don't want to be the face of nothing. I don't want to interview. I don't want to do that. Everything that I do, I showed you. You didn't see it out there?
But he do
about
everything. He getting burn accounts. He online arguing with 13-year-old kids. Okay. So it's not. We want him to be like that.
I feel you on that part.
We want him to be like that. We want him to say, "Yo, you the silent killer." But you can't be online arguing with people. You can't be buying burner accounts. You can't be doing that, and you can't be sensitive, bro. Like, turn your shit off. You online arguing with people that's on Twitter that's like a fucking 22-year-old weirdo, but you online back and forth with them. Why are you doing that, bro? That's that Prince George's County shit. That's not DC, bro. Fuck him. Like, you got to be able to, like, just say, forget everybody. But he allowed, that just shows that he's sensitive, bro.
But KD does some cool stuff that I think people don't even notice. Like the Swagger show went totally unnoticed. Swagger was one of the dopest TV shows that came out in the last 4 years.
Also, he big up a lot of youngins, bro. He big up a lot of Ant-Mans before the Ant-Mans. He big up a lot of teammates that
they wanted them to be at beef so much, and it was just like all KD could do was look like, bro, like you hooping right now, bro. Like you hooping, I respect that.
Oh man, KD, I love KD. I used to give him hell over the years because I think he should be doing more. And you know, it's just like he keep going from team to team to team to team. When it's all said and done,
I hope he's on his way out of Phoenix, though. I hope he's on his way out of Phoenix.
But you can't, but this is the thing. He hurts other players when he do that. When they do that shit, when they be going from team to team to team, other players just worked hard. They bust their ass in college and came up into the ranks. And it was time when KD want to leave. Now you might don't get a chance, or you might get cut, or you might get traded. That's not cool. You taking money
I get that. I think for me, I've been dying to see. Y'all keep saying that this is Booker's team. Let's see.
It's supposed to have been Booker's team.
But it was Booker's team. Then y'all bought in CP3. It was Booker's team, and then y'all bought in KD. It was Booker's team, and then y'all bought in Bill. Like if it's Booker's team,
I was one of them. I said that. I said he was Booker team. I said that Booker didn't show up. I mean, I think they messed up when they got rid of CP3. CP3 is a leader. CP3 is actually can get y'all in the perfect sets. CP3 is going to move that ball and not going to be one-on-one. CP3 also is going to give the ball back down to the big man. And I think they went on one-on-one. My turn, your turn. My turn, your turn. Bradley Beal is not a point guard. Devin Booker is not a point guard. Kevin Durant is not a point guard. You know what I mean? CP3 is a point guard. Y'all need somebody like CP3 or Rondo. Not saying that we need to bring him, but Mike Conley, a Rondo, a CP3, a guys who are going to actually, a Raven Johnson, people who will actually run the show and put people in the right places to move the ball. You know what I'm saying? Winning basketball, bro. Not just one-on-one shit.
That floor general, for sure.
Yeah. And everybody's trying to, listen, let's get on this real fast. I only said I like the big girl there at the 5 because she can stretch the floor. I haven't seen her with other dogs yet.
Who's that?
I think was it Dadu or Dada? Dada. All right. When you playing with other dogs, it's different. Like you can play with Arkansas, and you can actually have your best game against South Carolina because you can actually highlight that game and say, I'm gonna have my best, you know what I mean? Whatever. But it's once you're in that locker room with kids who's hooping right now with Lay, and you got Watkins who's gonna be dunking on motherfuckers next year. Then you got Fagan who still want to get more than 21 minutes a game, and you got Edwards, and you got this person, you got this person. I may have prematurely said some things I forgot about. We got dogs, and I would want her to start because of her ability, because she got great footwork, she got post moves, she can shoot the three, she can stretch the floor, she can run. You can run pick and roll with her, pick and pop. I don't know if they're gonna let her start because Chloe and them dogs, bro. So
Chloe and them. So, and this is the thing, that everybody's in the gym, and so my thing is, when you look at it on paper, you're like, okay, she should start. If she don't start, what does that mean happened over the summer? Who does that mean stepped up? Because to me, I think people haven't seen Fagan's bag yet. People discount Ravens so much. Like I be on my Terrell Owens and my Terrell Owens. That's my point guard voice. Like I don't know what the disrespect is about Hollywood Crockpot Johnson. Like they slipping every time they talk about she can't score. That girl went on a revenge tour about knocking down a three when she needed to. Like the disrespect is just unheard of. But I just don't know. Fagan waited her turn, but at the same time, Fagan also lost out to Chloe Kitts last year, right? So
you and Bree Wayne said that because me and her was going back and forth in the chat probably a couple of weeks ago, and Bree Wayne said, because she like a encyclopedia, like a fucking robot. She was like, yo, Fagan started the first game. I think that Nikki McCray game. Rest in peace to Nikki McCray. Mm-hmm. Fagan started that Nikki McCray game against Rutgers. Yes. And then the next game, Chloe started. So Dawn saw something, right? Dawn saw something. By the way, I'm gonna switch it up real fast. I have 630 plus likes from the comment I made. There's 100, probably like 150 plus from the comments of what I said yesterday in Matt Bond's in Matt Bond's IG post. By the way, Anyway, let's name the top 5 games that last year that the girls played. Right, the top 5 games.
That's a good way to close. That's a good way to close the show.
Because you can say LSU. LSU was like number 1 the first time we played LSU.
Is that number 1? For me,
Tennessee?
It's the revenge game in North Carolina. It's the number 1 game for me. The way we came out and put that whooping down, that's the number 1 game for me.
That was one of the worst games that Raven played. That was one of the worst games that she played.
That was the game where my laser took all of Deja's WNBA stock.
No. So you talking about the second time we played against North Carolina?
Yes. Okay. How we came out and shut it down.
But Raven started the strip tour. She started. She got the first strip off of Deja, and then she passed it to Chloe. Chloe blew the layup. And
then Raven had the one where she hit it and then grabbed the ball in between the 2 North Carolina players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, come on. All right, I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
Okay, so that top 5. That's probably number 1. The LSU game, the first time in Baton Rouge, because I wanted that one so bad. Like that was the one I had been waiting on. UConn, because we did it without Miller. We did it without Thriller. And people was like, what you gonna do?
Right.
And then it would be the last 2 of the year, NC State and Iowa.
NC State and Iowa. So you don't put Tennessee in that top 5?
So here's the thing about the Tennessee game. The end of the Tennessee game is top 5 all time.
Okay. All right.
The game overall is a classic, but not one of my favorite. One of my favorites as far as how we perform because we let that lead go.
I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that. I really didn't like. I didn't like Dawn coaching. I didn't like her coaching in that game.
I think the point of her coaching in that game was, y'all fuck around and not listen to me and you'll lose. Now they told you what to do. I'm gonna let you. I remember Dawn, because Dawn has the clip where she says, I'm not like your parents. I'll let you fail.
Yeah, that's fine. But I think that I only see Dawn get out coached one time. I think one of my most impressive times I watched her was against UConn last year when they had Ravens start the second half. I was like, thank you Fletcher needs to be on the bench. Put the young superstar in the game. The offense flow better. And thank you when she actually brought. I think she took long to put Bree Hall in the game long against Stanford. The last time we played Stanford in Stanford, and Bree had the big fourth quarter. She had a drive. She hit a three. She got a block. Bree was killing. But the game that she got out coached was against Iowa last year, bro. Against Iowa last year, because you have to me, I think you should have put Bree Bill on Caitlin and not a young Raven. Okay. Like, I think Dawn got too stubborn to actually make the adjustment. Like right now, you see what she do in third quarter. Every time we down or whatever, not down, but when we struggle in the second quarter, we fuck around. It was
definitely a learning moment for her.
That third quarter, we come out, we running the gunning. I think last year she got out-coached in a way because she didn't make the adjustments. That's the only time I've ever seen her get out-coached, bro. Outside of that, like, she's been phenomenal. They haven't gave her credit. But my top 5 games was that LSU game was like number 1. The LSU game, I fell in love with Chloe that game. I mean, I always loved it. But yo, she gave you the perfect, the bing, bing, bing. I was like, oh my God, this hit a 3. She was talking shit. I was like, oh my God. Who the fuck? She comes to the cookout. Yeah, give us some crabs. Give her the crab. Yeah, she got all that. And she was putting she put a shit in the ponytail like she went to war. Because we didn't bring it. And
one thing about Chloe Kids, you're not gonna outwork Chloe Kids.
You're not gonna outwork her. You're not gonna outwork her. I think that's why she see Dadu. I think she tweeted out, yeah, but she like this, bitch, I'm in the gym. Like, all right, yeah, I want you to come over. You gonna help us get this natty, but I'm in the gym. I'm not giving you that. Exactly. I'm not giving you that right there. You gotta earn that. Everything is earned, not given over here.
Exactly.
So I fell in love with Chloe with that one. And UConn, I like the UConn game. I definitely like the UConn game. I love the national. I love the natty. Of course, I put the natty like number 1. And then I put LSU. There's no other feeling. Then you can just throw them up there to me, UConn, whatever, because I sing Pow Pow, bust Paige ass. Pow Pow, bust Paige ass. I know we got a couple of minutes left, but I know I saw Pow Pow, bust Paige ass. That was probably one of the best against. I think the North Carolina
I love
game
Paige.
The first time.
I love Paige. I love
Paige too. I love Paige because
this is why I'm intrigued.
She for us.
And this is why I'm intrigued by the matchup coming up in CLA this year. Because Pow Bow gave you that work. So I want to see, are you on a revenge tour? Because I think Paige Buckets is coming with it to make some noise this season. But I know we got to wrap. You got to tell me when we can do this again. This is just part 1 of this conversation.
No, you got to tell me when we doing this again. Only on the weekend. We can do it on the weekend. Let me know when you try to tap in again. If it's before the fight, after fight.
We're going to tap in to finish this conversation if you're available next weekend.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about the fight. But I got to get part 2 of this completed because you brought up some players now that I forgot I can even ask you about. We Angel, Sam Cassell. It's a lot of Baltimore stuff we got to talk about. So
I got a whole history of Baltimore. Like I got a whole history when it comes to Dunbar basketball. I went to Dunbar High School. I played football at Dunbar High School. I was before Tavon Austin.
Okay.
I was after Tommy Polly. I was after Sam Cassell, Muggsy Bowles, Reggie Laws, all those guys who actually was in the same class with my aunt in 83, 84. So yeah, we'll talk about that.
This is Darnell Baylor, one of the fam. We'll be back with him again. This was just part 1 of this, sir. I appreciate your time. Humbled that you was able to even jump on here and hang out with me. Looking forward to finishing this up. It's your favorite auntie with Uncle Tennessee, y'all. Until next time, stay tuned. Talk soon. We out.
My name.